Good morning, all of you. Now, yesterday I have detailed clearly on how to work on materials. At least I have finished with when I have made a list of it: camera, adjusting a camera, eye elevation, that is eye level, target elevation, the target level, the sun path, shadow, how you will, the way you understand how your building will look in various timing and various seasons, coloring, how to color a wall, adding texture, plane reflection, how to add reflection, how to add a relief pattern or the bump map as we call it in 3D visualization, um, titling, tiling, that is sizing the texture. You have a brick wall, say how many brick on 10 by 10, uh, given area of 10 by 10, how to achieve it, and how to make different material of the on a same wall using split element. I think I have covered till here. This is what I taught you in the previous class. Now today we have a few other things also to be taught. One is one thing which I forgot to add is how to use how to work on interior lights. Okay, how to work on interior. Yeah, I think I've added it here. So I'll just change it. It has to be added soon as you finish these things. I think we can talk about interior lights. First we'll talk about cladding and painting using a paint material, and then interior lights, then adding a picture on a wall or a big screen with a picture, and align, isolate, hide, reveal. These things will be taught simultaneously as I teach you interiors. Okay, so to begin with today, what I'm going to teach you is maybe align. Align is very important command. I think I have taught you earlier, but now I'll teach along with this how do you align things. Okay, so now align is a very simple command. Actually, you can go to modify and see that the over here you can use align command by typing in al is the command for align. So I'm stuck up somewhere. Al is the command for align, and see, if you see in modify, this is the icon which refers to align. So moment you type al, this will get activated. So each command OF, I just typed OF, it went to offset. AL is align. So if you type the keyboard, you can also notice that the same icon is getting activated over here in the modify panel, because your align is part of modification. Okay, so what is this align? How will it help you? So supposing I want to align this door to this door, align this door to this door, or rather a clear one. I want to align this window to this window. What should I do? I just have to type AL and click to which I want to align, and then click on what I want to align. So this helps you a lot in many of the cases. AL. So I will say I'll click here and I'll click here so that the doors are in a straight line. AL, this is a window actually. Okay, so I'll click here, so it gets aligned in a straight line. If you need it, you want to stagger it, that is your wish and worry. So that is a different thing. If you need a window, say for example WN window, I'm going to place it here. I don't want to use this window, maybe use a broader window. Maybe I'll have two windows here. Okay, like this. Okay, so you can align this. If you want to align this door to this window, it is again your wish. You can just click like this, so it will align itself. This is one way you can align things very easily in Revit. You don't have to measure this distance and add that distance here, or move using arrow all the time, and they struggle with a lot of problems. So this is one way you can align things. Okay, so I think I taught you about align. So I'll just mark it, align as dot. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you about interior lighting, isn't it? So how do you teach interior lighting? So if you ask me, let me minimize this. So if you go here, see in the level 0, while teaching exterior itself, I was telling you that see, if you select the camera and you select go to this level. So I kept a camera here and I rendered few angles. If you see the angle, you will notice that the inner wall is painted white and outer wall is painted yellow. So I made this topic little bit clear how to have a particular color inside and outside. So I have taught you that. Now I'm going to teach you how to add the how to render internal part of the house. So I'll go to level 1, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new camera. So how do you add a camera? You go here and click camera, or you can go to view and click on camera, 3D view camera, anything. So I will add a camera over here. I want to have a camera over here. So there you are, you have a camera. So what is the height? Elevation is, see, naturally it should be 1500 plus 450. So what that means, say if you want to follow my eye level, it is this plus 450, because 450 is the plinth. So 2180, something around the same number. The camera, Revit camera is automatically added. 2200 eye level is there. Only thing is you can expand this little bit so that you will see the inside of the house little more clear. Yeah, here is the entrance and the door, and here this is the area. So now I want to teach the settings available in rendering. What difference does it make? All those things. Okay, so initially, to start with, to begin with, we can go to view and click on render. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this best, and so far we were using exterior sun only. That was the setting which we are using because we are rendering the exterior. Now I'm telling you to change interior sun only. I'm pretty sure that the results won't be desirable because we have not added any interior light, nor we do have any objects inside. But I just want you to understand what will happen if you add interior sun only. I've given rendering, so it's going on. Nothing great. You will always have this window seen clearly and nothing else seen, because your renderer is trying to render only the sunlight, and the sunlight is not probably enough to enter the house and illuminate everything. So it will just render where the window is, and that will be all. You don't have any internal lights added, and so nothing great will change. So I just want to show you that probably instead of wasting time, I can put it in draft rendering and really get a faster look, because anyway I know it is not going to be. This is how it look. You'll find the window and the grill and the end of the horizon and all that, but never get any good look. So now I will change from interior sun to only to interior sun and artificial only. Now let me give a draft rendering and check what big difference is it going to make. It never made any difference. It almost gave the same outlook, because we, of course, we don't have any artificial light inside it. So adding an artificial without having a real artificial light inside will never make sense. And even if you add an interior artificial only and just render it, it's going to be pitch dark, nothing will be seen. That is absolutely the result what you get. So what we have to add now, yeah, we have to add now is what we have to add now is the artificial light. How do you add a light? Now, if you pick this up and see the families, you know there is no lighting family inside. By default, lighting family is not added into the families of Revit. There, it is intentionally done like that. There are reasons for it. What is the intention and why it is not added? Okay, I'll make it very clear. Revit has hundreds and hundreds of different families available in internet. Some of them ship with when you buy the Revit software or when you download it from your Autodesk website and install it. Some of the Revit families come up as a part of the original package. The rest is all developed by the people like you and me and uploaded in internet in the websites like revitcity.com and many such websites, online websites where you have all these Revit families up, or Revit libraries as they call, uploaded over there. So Revit really doesn't know what becomes the basic. There is no limitation on that. So what they do, they keep some of them as a basic default library which comes with the system, and that will be activated as you load the Revit itself. So for example, if you go to door, there will be one door. That's about it. If you go to window, there will be one window. That's about it. Ramp, one kind of a ramp. Many more ramps might be available in revitcity.com or even in Autodesk. You have to download and add. So now you know where I am coming to, how to add a family into the project. That's right. You have to go to insert, load family, and go to your Revit folder wherever it may be. If you're using Revit 2014, it will be to RVT 2014. If it is 17, it is RVT 2017, and so on. So you go to libraries, metric. Now I said lighting is not a basic thing available right here. So I go to lighting. In lighting, I go to architecture. In architecture, I go to internal light. Now the light which I need now is called the studio light. Okay, where is it? Studio light, that's here. This light, basically I'll tell you, this light doesn't have any lamp shade or doesn't have any bulb or anything like that. It is just a light that is going to illuminate your interior. There is nothing else added to it. It is just the light. Now when you check with these table lamp, yeah, there will be a lamp shade and there will be something else along with coming with just the illumination. You can place it only on a table, not on a bed. Some constraints will be there. Or if you buy a floor, if you download a floor lamp, I'll also show that. If you add that, it's a kind of a floor lamp that is kept on the floor. You cannot fix it on the wall. Okay, that is how it goes. So I will add this studio light, which is a basic light illuminating interior, which can be hanging anywhere in your house, will not be a problem for you any day. So I just imported it. I mean bought, not imported. I just see now if we find that lighting fixtures, that thing kind of activated here. So I will pick up 277 volt, a little more powerful one, drag it and place it somewhere here. Now you don't see the light in floor plan. That's another part of Revit. You will find the light only in ceiling plan. You'll find the light in ceiling plan. So you will see it in ceiling plan, but not in floor plan. Floor plan, it somehow gives the dimension where it is, but you don't see them. All right. Now I'll go to the camera view 3, which is nothing but our interior camera. I just render a draft instead of wasting time. I want to have a good look. Yeah. Now I have given artificial only. I forgot to say that. Now artificial only. Now you will find the living room of this house. But you remember, okay. So here the wall is seen with yellow brick. Let me go and check what happened. I want the internal wall. Oh, I have not configured the internal part of the wall, so I have to maybe do it. Okay, fine. So that is how it looks. If you give internal, interior and artificial now, and I'm giving just the draft rendering. That's because I don't want to spend a lot of time rendering it, like in my previous class. The 1 hour class shot up to 1 hour 18 minutes, maybe a couple of minutes, definitely 18 minutes would have gone for rendering. 4 times we rendered with 3.5 minutes or something. So, and one time we rendered around 5.5 minutes. So definitely that is the rendering time which is taking up. So definitely if you add this best and render, maybe we'll try it in the last till trial renders are done without adding without changing the setting from draft to the best. I'll just do the trial render. So this is how the house is going to look. And now what are the corrections needed? See, I don't want the interior part of the wall to show up like the exterior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this yellow brick wall and edit and not duplicate. Now I'm going to edit the yellow brick wall itself. See, it is only one layer. It doesn't have inside or outside. So I am going to insert finish, like I told before, finish, and push it down to the interior side. You shouldn't keep it with the core boundary. It should keep it kept to the interior side. And probably this time I'll reduce this to 25 or something. I'll give 5 mm thickness for 20, and I'll give 10 mm thickness for the plaster or putty finish or whatever you call that. And here in by category, I click and I want to see where is that white. Did we have white wall? Yeah, we did have white wall. Yeah, so that is going to be added into the interior finish. Just going to give OK. Just want to see anything is goofed up. No, no problem. The outside is still yellow. That means the inside will be uh, is going to be white. Now let's check that. Go to the camera, and then what should we do? We should go to view and then give render and click on render. Let's see it in draft. So now see, now the interior is also white. The only problem here is the brightness is not enough. It all looks like brown or off-white or something like that. Okay, that we know how to adjust that. It is primarily a because of the light. Maybe there are more lights added into it. Okay, so that you may have, okay, so you may have let me see if we can increase the wattage. Nothing much change. So this is the light. Edit. So here, if you just bring down this and say here, you can increase the wattage of this bulb, and so I've just increased the wattage of the bulb. What I'm trying to see is if I can change the type of the bulb, fluorescent. So let me see if it is going to make any change in the render. I did two things. I did a change in the light. Let me see. It's sort of turning out to be brighter. Probably you need more light inside the room. Uh, so that is what it is expected. So okay. So what next I'm going to do is I'm going to this time, instead of adding the same kind of a light, I'm planning to add a new type of light. I also wanted to add some sofa, something like that inside, so that I will make the scene complete. So I'll go to insert, I'll go to load family. Again, I told you, you have to find out where your Revit folder is, and go ahead adding things which are needed. Okay, number one I want is furniture. In furniture I need seating. I want this seating to be added inside. So here that would have added furniture. Yeah, chair. So this chair I drag and I place one here. Okay, just turn it. Sorry. So you need to turn it with rotate. Okay, it's gonna be here. And I need one more over here. So it's gonna be here. I need a small coffee table or something like that. Load family. Again, I'm going to see RVT 2014. Not template, I'm sorry. Libraries, US metric, furniture, tables. These are all dining tables, going to be very big in size. Coffee table would do the job, I think. I just give open. So here we have table coffee. I want to choose the smallest of all. Okay, 610, 610, 610 probably. The one which is 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. Uh, so let's see how it is. Yeah, it's looking good here. So I've added this table. Okay. Okay, so with this light, color filter white. Okay, so okay, so I'm just playing around the value, nothing to worry. Um, so there is this height of what height it should be. You can change the height also. It need not be high up in the air. You can apply the height in the middle of the room. So I've just changed that height, and you can render and see what is going to be the impact. Okay, so now even though it's a rough rendering, you can find this reflection of the window on these. It's a very bad rendering. Draft screen is the lowest quality rendering, but still the rendering makes it clear that these reflections have come properly, and all those things. Okay. The only thing which I feel is not just enough is the lighting. I'm going to increase the value 3 times and just check if it is gonna help in brightening up the scene, because I feel that it is turning yellow all the time. Doesn't look like a white light. Yeah, it's becoming better, but still not white enough. Uh, not white enough. So by changing the value over here and increase the height, adjusting the elevation of the height, etc., you can, let's see, just trying to give the highest value, nothing serious. So that it's a sort of there are a lot of yellow things, and that probably is reflecting and creating a yellow reflection all around, and that is why this rendering is seen like this. Now, without waiting, I just want to add one more lamp over here, which is called the floor lamp. I was telling you, you can add different types of walls. Lamps. Use metric, lighting, internal. Okay. Floor lamp, stand up, torchy, stand up, spherical. Okay, I'll select the stand up. So now I will have to go to the floor plan, level 2, and where is it? Here in, it has come already. So 150 watt. I just kept it here. Just kept it here. Let us see what it has to do. So here I've added, can you see that? Yeah. So this is the lamp. You can edit the height of the lamp, light source, apparent load, what kind of shade it has, glass, frosted, stand, steel, chrome plated. You don't have to worry. These are all materials which you can still change. Like any other object, you can change from steel to plastic, which I'm not trying to do now and go out of the topic. But other things are much the same as like in the other things. You scroll down, your initial voltage and all these things are. I'm just increasing the color and lighting and everything. I'm going to give fluorescent cool white. I'm going to give this apply. I just changed two things. I'm trying to render. Yeah. So now what happened is that lamp is much powerful than our basic lamp. So you don't even have a chance to see the shade and enjoy the beauty. So I think that was a very bad idea. Changing from 150 to 1500 is just a disaster. Okay. So and this was, it was much less than, yeah, it was something like this, and I'm going to render that and see. So this is how it should look. Of course, with a good rendering, you'll find this thing coming up, the shade of it, everything will be seen. This is how the shade has to be seen, and so increasing the light for that is not a very good solution. What I'm trying to do is I'll add some more. Okay, some more. Okay, now so since I've reduced the level of the height, I think it is seen in the not in the ceiling level but in the floor level itself, because it is only around 1500. So it is able to, we are able to see that even in the floor level. mm, Fluorescent white, I'm going to make it cool white. Okay, and what is the size of that? What? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to change this one also. Not white. Oh, so here I will click here for white. Did I change here? I think I changed both. Fluorescent full white. Here also it is fluorescent full white. Yeah. So let's see with the two lamps what difference it is going to make. Camera 3, render, and render. Okay. Now see, it has become brighter than that. Now I want to just check this rendering in a high. It's gonna take a few minutes for that. But once in a way we have to render and check with the in a good resolution, in a good setting. So this wall color and everything is definitely much better than what we had earlier. The reflections are clearly seen. You are able to understand the texture of uh, the sofa. You can understand the reflections better. You are able to see the floor better, wood color better. Everything is much better than previous rendering. So now I have not even tried to go to print resolution. I'm only trying settings on screen resolution, and I am giving a higher resolution. This is not best. This is just high resolution because I don't want to waste a lot of time on trying to render and showing it again and again. So I did that enough in the previous class. So I thought I will not waste time on things like that. So now you notice that it has come far better in rendering. I've just used render high, not even the best. So I just thought I will save this into the project and export and save it also, so that you have a just a record of it. I'm sorry. Went to the wrong folder. Okay. So today's class is going to be uh, folder class 08, and So I've saved that also. Okay, so I think now you can understand the difference between a very rough rendering and a rendering with all correct lighting, set it up. See, there'll be a big difference when you give a floor, a material, everything. When you're going to give a material, even this wall, everything will change into the correct color whichever you want. There's no doubt about it, but like it will take a lot of time to correct it and work on it. So but that is the reason I'm not concentrating much on it. Okay, so the floor is still in gray color, and so the ceiling is in gray color. So once you change that into white or floor into some other color, then the reflections will come falling in place. That is the main deal. Okay, now I think I have showed you how to render an interior with sun and artificial light. The same thing if you are continuing with artificial only, the only thing that is going to be missing is, I will just show you. I'll just do that also once, and I will render. I'm just going to have artificial light, no sunlight coming into the house. Artificial only. So this is how it comes when it comes to artificial light only. There's nothing else, no sunlight. Our own light reflection is happening on the um, window glass. That is again getting reflected onto the teapot. This is how it looks like. Okay. Also, you have this artificial. Okay, I'll just save this project, export, save it. Just so you save it, you have something here called artificial lights, a bunch of light that is on over here. It shows what all lights do we have in the scene. Okay, so we have a floor lamp and two studio lamp, and so this is how it is. So it just gives a, you can create a group of new light. There's nothing there. You can, there's no light added. It is just a new light. Once you add, you can pull them up into the group of light and have it as a group. So that is the convenience you have over here. Okay, so I'll just keep it back. Okay, so now the interior light as such I have taught you. Now I have to teach you what about cladding and painting using paint material, what to do with the paint material, how to add cladding. Now I'll continue to teach that in the interior itself. In the interior itself, I'll continue to teach that. Now, how do you use paint material? Okay, I'll combine interior as well as exterior for that teaching. That is using paint material command, so that and you create cladding or some pattern on the wall or something like that. That is what I'm going to teach you now. So how is it possible? Okay, so once this is done, okay, now I'm going to camera now. This is saved. You can say show model, it will come back to model. Now if you notice that these walls, okay, if you want to work on these walls, if you want to select this wall, there is no way that you can select inside a camera. Inside a camera you cannot select any object. The camera is just there to see, but there's no way to select the something that is inside a camera. So how do you select something some walls and work on it. How do you do that? So basically we have commands like hide, hide and reveal, isolate, etc. So what are these commands doing? How will you hide something? So if you want to hide something, say for example, if you want to hide this, going to this corner of the house, want to hide this one, your roof or the floor, you select that, right click, hide in view element. Just have to give hide in view element. So that is hidden. Now how your worry will be how you see that. How will you see the whole thing again? Now you notice that this internal wall over here, this is not given any color or any light. I mean material, not light, material. So how do you give this color? How do you give this internal wall a color? Okay, it is just generic 200 wall. If you see here, go to structure and see there is nothing, no material, absolutely no material applied. Now this wall, I am going to teach you how to apply a material, not by the standard means like going here, edit, adding a, no, I'm not going to do that. So here I am going to teach you paint material, which I said I'm teaching you now. So how to paint a material, just type PT. So it says save your materials do you have in your library? Okay, so where is our material? White. Yeah, white wall. So you have white wall, you can select that and just click on it, it becomes white. This is one way you paint a material. So earlier I was telling you to add a material onto the wall or onto the component itself. That is one way of doing things. This is another way of doing things. Okay, you just click directly and you can change this wall material. PT is the shortcut command for it. So you will find the same thing if you come to modify. If you come here, you have the paint material and remove paint. Two commands are here. You can give paint material by clicking this. Remove paint, you have to come and click this. And if you click here, it goes back to the original position. PT is paint material. And so you can choose white wall, click here, so it is get painted. Now this PT or paint material is very much useful when you want to customize things to your own requirement. But creating a wall with a material is like mass production. You make it and then do everything with that wall. You don't paint one by one. The painting that way one by one, if it is a very large building and all, it will take a lot of time. So might as well prepare the wall with the paint, what kind of a paint, everything, and do it. That is one way of doing, and this is another way of doing it. Now remember, I clicked on hide, I selected something, I selected the roof of the building, right click, and then I gave like hide in view element. I gave, did I do that? Yes, I did. Now where is it? I want back, want things back. So here is this coolers which you are going to wear once you, I'm sorry, this bulb which you click. Once you click that bulb, you will find hidden elements shown in red. That means it is an hidden element. All the one which is shown in gray, it is not hidden. It is already there outside. So you can just select that, right click, unhide in view element. You just have to do that and switch off this bulb. So your whatever you need to bring back from the hidden mode, it is also done. Okay. Now, so I think you understood what is hide and how to reveal it. Hide is select this, right click, hide in view element. This is one way of doing it. Hide in view element, it is done. Okay, one way of doing it, hide in view element, that is done. Okay, so just change the direction, just want to check how it is going to be. So now I just rotate it, still it's okay. You press on this bulb, you'll find what is hidden. Select on that and unhide in view element and then switch off this bulb. It has come back. So hide and unhide is very simple. Select what you want to hide. Right click, hide in view element, hide. If you want to unhide, press this bulb as if you are switching on a light inside a room. So press this bulb on and right click the whatever is selected in red. The whatever is selected in red, I mean shown in red, is the only one which has to be unhidden. Select unhide and select on element, so it is back. Now switch off the light, you have it back. Now hide and reveal is already taught. There's only one thing remaining which is very important: isolate. Now for example, I want to paint the underside of this roof, this huge roof. I want to paint the underside of this roof into white. How will you paint it? I cannot paint it right now because all the other things are there. I cannot go through camera and see that. I have a whole lot of problems. So what I can do is you can select that and click here and click on this coolers. Click on the coolers and say isolate element, not the category. Isolate element. Once you give isolate element, it's free to you can freely look at the underside of the roof. Maybe PT, paint white wall again, paint the underside of the roof white, top of the roof white, wherever you want, paint it white. Then go to the same coolers. Okay, close the material. Go to the same cooler, click and say reset, temporary, hide, isolate. We have come back to square one. This time it's all painted white. Where did my project window go? So it's gone somewhere. Go to view, user interface, project browser. There we have. So I'll go to camera 3. This is white, 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 white everywhere. I'm just going to give a render. Just see what's going to happen. This time floor is white. Ceiling is white. It's going to be bright as ever. I think all the calculations which I did will go wrong. Still, I want to see the result. Just as I told you, whole thing turned into white, white everywhere. Light and shade has to be adjusted again. So since I gave everything white, it has become a big problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one of these lights. Definitely not necessary. Delete it. Bring this fellow to center. Just check the setting. How much is it? It was 100. Maybe you can keep it 200 and just see what is going to happen. Fluorescent, cool white. Let it be cool white. I'm going to bring back the setting which okay. So adjusting the light means adjusting things there. Just let me see with a quick draft rendering where I don't spend a lot of time. It looks realistic. I mean, the light and shade have come appropriately. The only problem is that, yeah, the ceiling has come. Only thing it's this. white wall is not seen as white wall. Probably by adjusting a few more uh, uh, settings of on the light, we are going to get the right amount of the light so that it will be shown as a white light, a white wall, etc. So here again, just increase the wattage to 100 and just see what is going to happen. Okay. Yeah. So I think you know the trick now. You can adjust it. I don't think there'll be a problem if you adjust this light, and you can get the correct lighting for this room. So this is with the sun and artificial. The earlier one was with just with the sun, but in a draft mode. It is shown in a draft mode. Also, you can adjust the exposure value. See, darker side, brighter side. You can make it 6 and apply. It's too bright. 7, apply. 8. 8 is kind of this thing. Highlight, white point. You can adjust all these things and get the right light setting. Okay. Now I will come into this making a small cladding on the wall in some corner or to one level. How to do it, all that I will just teach you. I'll come to 3D, and as I told you earlier, I'll go to this corner. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and hide the element. I'm going to select this wall with control and select these two walls. I don't want anything else, so I'll go to the scrollers and say isolate element. So I will have only that selected. I have these two walls here, PT, white wall. So here what I want in this wall is I want a design. I want to make this wall okay. I want one rectangle, I mean a circular pattern over here, red. Okay, something like that, something artistic, uh, particular pattern in one particular area. I'm not going to show anything else. Okay, or maybe I can have this wall till here a particular color, from there some other color, some design like that. So what I do is I select this wall and say copy and say and paste, align to selected level. Okay, now which level? Level 1. So there is a problem here. There are two walls in the same level in the same place. So let it be, no problem. What I'm saying is I'll give edit profile, and what I am going to do is I am going to okay to draw something like this. Okay, I can even go to northern side, sorry, southern side, where I'll see that wall clearly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from here to here. Okay, till here. I'm going to trim this wall like this. I'm going to trim this wall like this, and remaining part of the wall I'm just deleting it. Okay, uh, so I have done it like that, and I will go to 3D view, 3D view, and see, I have made one more wall here. Okay, so that I will paint this wall in a separate color. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wall also. I'll go to edit profile. It will say remove this and that, and then go to south elevation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to alter this wall. From here it comes till here, and it comes till here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this wall like this, trim this wall like this. So now there are two walls in this scene. I'll show you in 3D. One wall is this part, this wall, another wall is this part. Two walls. Now this wall will have a color, different color, and this wall will have a different color. And it goes on. Now if you want one more pattern in here, again you have to copy this wall, edit it, and create that pattern and make it into two walls. Basically, you're dividing the wall area into two parts, where see, this is one wall, this is another wall. Is that clear? So after doing this, just type PT. So white wall is going to be here as always. Yellow wall is selected and painted here. So that till there it is white, down is yellow. After doing all these things, just go to the coolers, which is about, just give reset. So what about the roofing? So go here, right click, unhide element, and switch off that too. Now here, if you come to, so you'll find that this wall is yellow and this wall is white. Okay, let's check with that. Render. Okay, this time give best. Let it take some time and render. So that's about it. It's going to end at almost about 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 30 seconds. So I think you can clearly see the difference between this wall and that wall in material, but there is no line or gap between them. Though I divided the wall into two parts and created that. So that is one good thing about it. You don't find any difference over there in level or anything like that. So if you want, you can save this. Uh, so and this is how you can paint the wall like a mural. If you want to do something, you can paint this wall with some other material color, or two or three colors. Yes, it is possible. Once you copy the wall and change the shape of the wall, it is very much possible, but it doesn't reflect. The good part is it doesn't reflect in any level difference or change in that. So that is one good thing about our Revit. So I think about 90 percentage of what I have been planning to teach, I have taught today. Only thing that is adding a picture on wall. So if you want to add something in this wall, maybe in this wall you want to add something. Okay, so how do you do? So first select and isolate that wall, isolate element. So I have this wall over here. How will you add a picture onto it? So go to insert. Remember, insert load family, the same place instead of family. Okay, you can go to 3D view. Okay, not this. First of all, I tried to, I'll hide this. Okay, hide in view element. This is the wall. So here I go to 3D view, say decal, place decal. Place decal is, sorry, Place decal, create new decal sequence, and you select the source. I want to give image which is from your basic window picture. Um, my document, my picture, where is that? My pictures. Shortly running out of pictures. Yeah, sample pictures, here is it. So I select this one. This is the one which I want to use. Just give OK. Moment you do that, you'll be given a place to place it. I'm planning to place this on this wall over here, just above, over here. Just as they enter, they can. Okay. As I told you, I'm using align command to align this picture to here. So I've done that, and I'm going to show you in 3D. Now is the time to reset, isolate. Okay, for heaven's sake, I'm not going to re-render in best. I'm going to give it in draft and render as quickly as possible and show you what it means. See, there you are. You have the picture of Fen King coming up here. This is how you place a picture on the wall. So this is also important when you're showing interiors. So you need to add some picture somewhere. You can add it using insert and go to 3D. Always work on 3D. Insert decal. Decal is right here. You can select that and create a name for whatever you're doing, so that when you have many pictures, you don't have to get confused. You will find it all there. Okay, so that is what is needed for today. So I am ending this meeting and meet you tomorrow. See you then. Bye.